Video for Module 9, we're going to do a summary, a visual summary of a categorical question. And we're going to choose the cell phone function section. And we're going to end up with a chart that looks something like this, and I'm going to show you how to do it in Excel. So let's go straight to Excel. Here we are. And we're in the same file with all the data. We're going to do the cell phone data. So we do it in the same way. We click on Add-ins, Excel Data Analyst, Summarize Percents. We're going to select all of the cell questions. Let me just scroll down here. Select the first one, hold down the Shift key. Select the last one, and no need to choose any visuals. Just the no graph section selection is fine. And it does a little bit of processing, and it will create a new data sheet, which I'm going to call, just to keep it simple, percents and cell. So I can see where my percents are. And then because I want to kind of summarize everything, I'm going to create a new data sheet in Excel, and I'm going to call it cell chart. And then we get going. Now this is a categorical question, so we really only need to graph the yes and not the no. So it's a little simpler than the other one that we were doing. So there is a bit of cutting and pasting at the beginning, and I'll just show you how to do the first three, and then the rest are really done in the same way. So we have column A contains the question, and so I'll just paste the question here. And then we're only going to graph the yes, so I'm just going to copy the cell that has the yes percentage and paste it in the next column. And then I'm going to go and do that again for the next three questions. You'll do it for all of them. So the next one is retrieved news and information using the cell. And I'll I'll paste it, and then I'll go get the data. Again, we only want to graph the yes. We do not want to graph the no data. It's actually sort of implied, right? And I didn't do any fancy formatting, just pasting. And I'll do one more. Go back and get the data, the yes cell only. Okay, so we have this much so far. I click on Home so I can see all my tools up here, and you'll cut and paste the rest. But I'll just show you how we would do it. So if we cut and paste everything, we would have something that looks like this. I'll just get rid of this. I'm going to delete this chart so that we can create another one. Okay, so I cut and paste everything, and it looks like I've lost one little piece of data, purchased wallpaper or screensaver, and that happens. I know that's the last one, or one of the last ones, 14.6%. So I'll just put that in. Okay, so now we do want to order them again, from smallest to largest. So let's click on Sort Smallest to Largest. It asks me, do I want to expand? I say yes, and I've got it sorted. Okay, let me just get rid of that. So now we also want to chart this. What you do is you select all the cells that you want to chart. We don't have to do a total in this case. Click on Insert. We get all of our chart options here, and we're going to do the bar chart again, and we're going to do the 2D bar chart, and you can see how it very nicely summarizes everything. It's very important to order your questions so that you get this nice summary here with the most used functions on the top and the least used functions on the bottom. Again, we're only graphing the yes, the no is implied. Okay, so then, we want to think of an interesting chart title, and what I see here when I quickly look at this data is that the most used functions are texting and photos. So I would put something like this. Okay, and then the last thing that we want to do for this one is we want to actually add one more chart element that we didn't add before, and that is an axis title. So we're going to give a title to the horizontal axis so that we can describe to people really what this means, it means. And what it means is this represents the percent of the respondents who used cell phone functions. Okay? And that is the summary, that is the visual summary of this categorical question about cell phones. Again, to completely finish off this assignment, you would take the chart, cut and paste it into the Word document, and then provide a verbal summary of 3 bullets that summarizes all of the different data in this chart. And once you're done with that, then we'll just go back here. So remember your written summary, in your written summary, even though it's only 3 to 5 bullets, it should describe all the items in the graph. It's okay to use bullets. In fact, it's almost recommended. Just make sure each bullet is a complete sentence with a capital and a period at the end. You can combine questions together in the single bullet. If 2 are very, very similar, you can describe them within 1 bullet. Your statements should of course need to be very top clear. And when you're doing your verbal summary, you're talking about percentages, what you want to do is talk about the percent in whole numbers. So you would, for example, 25% rather than describing something that's 24.7%. So remember to discuss whole numbers. And finally, if you want a sample, you can go to Slate and look at the samples that are on Slate. And that's it for now. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.